Hey, good morning, everybody. It's in the low 40s, so I set my alarm for 5:30, and it's almost 7 o'clock. If you want to see something that'll slow me down, it is the cold. Um, Stop me dead in my tracks. This really nice area. I'm having loaded mashed potatoes for breakfast. I'm getting low on food again. There's about 8 miles ahead. I could get off uh, trail, and there's a super Walmart, I think 2 miles off trail, so I may have to do that. It's right before the Maryland border, and so that's another thing that's going to slow me down today. Yesterday was great. I did about 29.4. It's beautiful all day long. It's going to be beautiful all day today. I'd like to just cook right along and keep going, but I definitely need some supplies. I'm running way low on food. I could probably make it one more day, but then there's just not as good a resupply a day ahead. So I'm probably going to need to go into that. It's probably the right move to go into the Walmart. Here, I'll flip you. Here's some of the campsite. It's a really nice campsite and really nice shelter. So you kind of see the shelter behind me when I was just filming. But I built a fire last night. It was awesome. I ate like crazy because I was so hungry. So that's one reason why I need to resupply. I'm eating like 2 days worth of food rather than one. There's a privy down there. It's really nice. So this area is, there's a spring way down here gushing, so water's no problem. This is just really nice area. I'm well done. And I'll take another shot of it when I walk out and give you a shot of the shelters. Okay, there's the shelter I stayed in last night. They have a non-snoring, or I stayed right there, and a snoring shelter. It didn't really matter. It's just me and this guy Double Take that is also a southbound hiker. You can see the clotheslines behind, and they just have really nice setups here. The bear pole if you want it. Fire pits for both. And there's the spring is down there that is plentiful. It is just in the upper 40s now, and yeah, so it's in the upper 40s. I didn't want to wear my puffy jacket because I'm just gonna have to drop my pack and take it off probably in less than an hour because I'll be too hot. But I am cold and moving slow. Take me a long time to get out. I mean, I set my alarm at 5:30, didn't get up till after 7, and now it's 8 o'clock, and I'm finally hiking. But I had to eat, so I don't really have any good breakfast choices. So I had mashed potatoes, loaded mashed potatoes. I'm pretty much out of I have 2 cooked meals available, so like I said, I could hike all day today and eat, but then there's just not good resupply at that point tonight or even tomorrow morning. So I would be like in just kind of a sketchy zone, especially for me. Like I'll run it thin, but I don't know, that just doesn't. So I'm probably gonna have to do this Walmart run in about 2.5 hours. I should be at Route 16, and I'll probably try to hitch into Walmart. Okay, I just want to report that this day is gorgeous. I mean, I was cold, like really cold this morning, but this is perfect hiking weather. It's the weekend, so there's a lot of section hikers out. There's a lot of day hikers out. But it is like near perfect. It should dry out a lot today from all the rain we had a couple days ago. And I think there's like 3 or 4 more days of days like this. So it is going to be incredible hiking weather. So I haven't overheated my jacket yet. This thing is so awesome. I got this jacket at REI. It's got a weird name. I can't think of it right now. But anyways, yeah, I never get to wear this, this gear. I usually just have my blue light layer on. I don't think I've worn this jacket once hiking, except I think I wore it once up in Maine on a particularly cold morning. But it is really comfortable. Anyways, I'm gonna drop the pack at Route 16, stuff all this in the back of my pack, and hitch into Walmart fuel up on Subway sandwich probably, and maybe get one for the road. Get a couple other things for meals in my pack so I can either tent or shelter tonight and probably tomorrow night. And it's just really nice. And it's gonna stay nice for a few days, which is awesome. After I hit Walmart, I hitched back, and then I think I got a mile or two to the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. So it's kind of exciting, my home state. So I'll check in, either show you my Walmart adventures, or might be one of the best ones, or do the Pennsylvania-Maryland line when I get there. Okay, made it to Walmart. I'm in Subway. The plan is to have breakfast right now, shop in Walmart for the things that I need, come back and get lunch, and then go back to the shop. I got a quick hitch in here. This guy that actually maintains the one of the shelters passed by and picked me right up, so it took me about, I don't know, 4 minutes to hitch and get down here, which is pretty sweet. But about to chow down on a breakfast sandwich at Subway, and then I'm off to an adventure in Walmart. Okay, I freaking did it again. I'm almost embarrassed or ashamed of myself, but my pack, I couldn't even close my food bag. It's so full. And I've got this popcorn. My bag is so full, I can't fit that popcorn in there. And I shouldn't have gone back to Subway, but I bought a sub for the road. And there's an Applebee's right here, and I want to go to that right now and start eating. So I am going to have the willpower to pass this Applebee's. Hopefully it's closed. But I got to figure out how I'm going to get back up to the AT, and I'm hitching, but it's about 2 miles away, so hopefully I scoop up a ride fairly quick. I'm tempted to just talk to people in the Walmart parking lot, but that's my next challenge. And I'm supposed to do this, or at least try the 4-state challenge, I guess, but my pack is so heavy right now. I'm gonna hit the border at like 1 o'clock, so I'd have to make it to Harper's Ferry by 1 o'clock tomorrow. It works for the Nobos because they basically either they have a good like starting point coming north from Harper's Ferry, and they either stay in a hostel there and then plan their whole day around that, so they wake up at like 3:30 in the morning and go. But for Sobos, it's kind of weird. It's, you know, I could wait out the day and start right at the border, but I don't wait for anything. So anyways, I don't know about this 4-state challenge thing. I'm just gonna try to hit big miles today and big miles tomorrow, and I'll still be through Harper's Ferry probably late tomorrow. I even want to stay there, so I would have to pass Harper's Ferry and then go back to it if I want to stay in Harper's Ferry in order to complete 4-state challenge. So that just kind of doesn't work for me. All right, let me figure out how to keep myself alive on the roads here. So I'm coming up on the PA border, and there's this thing called the 4-state challenge, and I wasn't even gonna mess with it because it really just doesn't work for me, because I'm starting in the middle of the day, number one, and number two, besides being lost, I gotta find a blaze here. I don't know where the finish line is. That's the most frustrating part, is it's sort of unclear where, I mean, I'm sure it's the West Virginia state line, but if you look at the West Virginia state line, they dance across each other through the AT for quite a bit. I'm pretty sure it's on the other side of Harper's Ferry, which again makes it problematic for me because I have to go past Harper's Ferry, which I probably want to stop in. And so I'm gonna have to come back to it if I try to do it that way. So I wasn't planning on messing with it, but I am a competitive son of a bitch, so I kind of want to try it, and I'm probably gonna go for it. So I'll do another video once I get up here at state line. I'm gonna hack on the state line. Okay, coming up on the Mason-Dixon line, but and that's the Maryland Pennsylvania border. That's where the 4-state challenge begins. But I did want to mention my sleep last night, even for my own sake, because I think I'll look back on these things and I want to remember certain things. But last night was the first time it got really cold. I think there was once or twice up in Maine, because you can get cold at those elevations when you're up high. But for the most part, I've always like been sweating in my quilt. The thing that usually wakes me up at night is I'm a big sweaty mess, and then I have to take the quilt off. I get cold and I pull it back over, and that's how my whole night goes. So I think it's a good quilt, but hold on. Okay, I got you flipped around, but I guess these are ruins of that sign that I just took a picture of back there. Anyways, so last night, I think it got down into the low 40s. Oh, here it is right here. So let's see what time it is.